These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Guru New Lu. Article, quote, Al-Kazimi indicated that increasing the budget's overall amount from 199 trillion Iraqi dinars, nearly 152 billion, to 228 trillion Iraqi dinars, approximately 174.04 billion, resulted in a rise in the deficit, revealing that the budget is still being discussed in the Council of Ministers and would likely be presented to the Iraqi parliament next month. It would logically follow that a revaluation would be likely before next month's USA Confab. Frank 26 says divide 1 by 1320 equals 0.000757558. If you take the decimal point and you move it over 3 spaces, then you have 76 cents. 3 zeros equals 76 cents. This is the easiest formula you can use. Claire has an article quote that says Iraq's banking system grows 15.1% in 2023 to $156.7 billion. Mark Z via PDK member, I heard Iraq is going to do what Kuwait did and allow their people to party a few days before they release the rate to the world. Mark Z says Kuwait managed to keep their RV a secret for 10 days before the world found out. With today's internet, they would have a difficult time burying it for very long. I don't think they would get more than a day or two at most. Walking Stick says there's nothing like the facts. Everything they're telling the Iraqi citizens is a fact because it's coming from the right sources. Militiaman says when Iraq adjusts their exchange rate, all boats rise with the tide. All those boats that own Iraqi dinar are going to rise. The United States is going to be part of that process with the Development Road project. See how cheap it's going to be to build that country by raising the value because they have a real effective exchange rate. You can see where the deals are going to be made. It's going to be phenomenal. All right, Pimpy says, did we hear this rumor correctly? Did Iraq find a replacement for oil? It's been under their feet the whole time. What do you suppose that would do for their economy, especially if it allows them to get away from relying so much on oil? It could be very exciting. Article quote, one more country ahead of us in the race for the most renewable fuel. This is a developing one and will replace oil. It looks like Iraq is going to start doing what they can to get away from oil and start producing green hydrogen. Yes, indeed, things looking good for Iraq. Let's hope they stay on the straight and narrow and everything goes their way and we can see the Iraqi people have a prosperous life. Mark Zevia PDK comment, remember Sudani is coming to the US on April 15th. I believe it will be a post-RV victory lap. Mark Z says, a lot of my contacts believe that as well. Some contacts think that tomorrow may be the day. We will see. It's not coming from enough sources to put a lot of stock in it, though. Frank 26 says, many things are waiting for the new exchange rate. I sincerely believe that the very first domino that allows everything else that is waiting for the new exchange rate is the budget that allows everything to live and function. Mark Z via PDK question, have they already decided on a rate and date? Mark Z says, my contacts in the ministry in Iraq told me they have set the rate. We are just not privy to that or the date. And lastly, Goldilocks, this is from Wikipedia. Executive Order 13303 was issued on May 22nd, 2003 by United States President George W. Bush to protect the development fund for Iraq for the rebuilding of Iraq from any legal attachments or liens. This Executive Order 13303 is being lifted.